everyone, welcome to Girl Problems with Emily. This week's video, I have Matt here, my fiance. Lean in.
Hello.
And since last week's video was so long and serious, we're just gonna keep this one short and sweet and fun. We're gonna talk about general problems in relationships from the girl's perspective, and then what's annoying from the guy's perspective. So to get things started off, we're gonna ask an easy question. Matt, what is something that you think is really annoying that I do?
Something really annoying that you do?
Yeah.
Your normal speaking voice is a yell.
Okay, that's fair. I'm very passionate when I speak, and so I usually project more. So he doesn't talk enough. I feel like no guy I've ever talked to actually talks enough, besides my brother, who never shuts up. Besides my brother, I'll be talking. He never says a word, never says two words. Something I think is really annoying that you do is you don't listen. I feel like you never listen when I am talking, and then 2 days later you'll be like, so what are we doing today? And I'm like, well, I told you this. Do you ever listen? This is what we're doing.
I am only home once a month.
Okay, what do you think is my biggest flaw?
Your biggest flaw?
Hope I don't regret this one.
I don't know. There aren't really too many things that I'd say are a real flaw for you.
See, I trained him well. Girls, you need to train your man, because if you don't, he's gonna say stupid shit. And be like, I don't know, you eat too much cake or something. Then I'll take that as, oh my god, are you calling me fat? Yeah, he's trained out of it.
Pointless, petty family drama.
That's my biggest flaw, petty family drama. Okay, this is another good topic though, is most relationship problems include something to do with boundaries with people outside of the relationship, and how much say they get, and how much they try to convince you to do what they think that you should do in your relationship, and as an adult in general. It happens in every relationship. I think the most important thing is that when I get upset at something that someone in his life says, that he addresses it with them, and vice versa if it's someone that's in my life, like my family or my friends. Do you have any comments about that?
Not really.
Do you feel like that is a common problem for us?
For us, maybe. But it really depends on the relationship, because everyone's situations are all different.
I'm a control freak, so if anybody else tries to tell me what to do, I get really upset. And I think that that is one of my biggest flaws in relationships, because I'm also we also are long distance, so I don't get to spend a lot of time with him. And when I do get to spend time with him, I don't want to share him with anybody. Ever. Unless it's my friends and we're going out with my friends, because I want him to meet my friends. But if it's anyone else, I'm like, no, you're just for me. And I get jealous. Now, say something that you love about me.
Your bubbly personality.
My bubbly personality. I love that Matt always spoils me. He bought me this coffee, and it's really good. And he buys me pretty much anything that I want, which I don't ask for a lot of stuff, but I don't ask for that much, but when he is around, he always likes to take me out to dinner and just like really make me feel important. And that's what I love the most about him, probably. Also, I really love the way that he treats other people in his life, because I think that a big red flag in relationships is when they're only nice to you and you see that they treat everyone else like shit. I think we both know some people who are like only nice to like one person in their life, and then everyone else is like a target. So that's something that I love about him. But what are some other problems that you think, like, oh, so I am a passenger princess. I don't like to drive anywhere. He has to drive me everywhere. And I get really annoyed if, like, if we go out and let's say we go out drinking with friends once in a while, right? I get really annoyed if, like, he is with friends and, like, he decides to, like, have one or two too many, and then I have to drive home, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like, like, I don't want to, like, I'm the passenger princess. But that's why he's never allowed, he's always the DD. He's not allowed to have any fun. But he's a good boy. He doesn't need to, he likes to make sure that everyone else is safe and having a good time. Right?
I guess so.
This one time though, he got so drunk that we were at the apartment, so we weren't going anywhere, but he started falling on top of me, like he couldn't hold himself up, and I got really mad and started yelling at him because I was like, you're gonna hurt me, like I cannot support your weight right now. And then he started crying because he felt bad when he was drunk, like drunk crying. It was so funny. What's something else I do that you think is like a lot of relationships is like true, that is like sometimes annoying?
Sometimes annoying. I don't know. Can't really think of anything off the top of my head, to be honest.
What about like when we go for dates?
Going for dates, there is when you want to...
Can you look at the camera? Stop playing Raid Shadow Legends.
Did you say Raid Shadow Legends?
Oh my gosh. We're both obsessed with Raid Shadow Legends. I'm gonna insert my referral link down below.
When you want to order 3 meals, so that way you can pick the 2 you like the most for yourself, and I can just have 1.
No, like I will go out and I'll have 2 things that I really want to eat, but I know that I can't eat both myself, so I'll make him, or I'll try to convince him to order like one of them so that I can just like eat off his plate and like we can share. But usually what he wants is not something that I want. And also appetizers, like I'm like a fancy date kind of person. Like I am not the kind of girl that's like just going to have like a burger and then leave. Like I'm the type of person who, if we're going anywhere, regardless of how fancy it is, Applebee's, like Chili's, anything like that, I'm getting an appetizer, I'm getting booze, I'm getting entree, and I'm getting dessert, and it's gonna be expensive, but it's gonna be fun, and that's how I am. And so whenever we're like talking about the appetizer and talking about dessert, it's like same thing. Like I want to share because I don't want to spoil my meal, but I can't like decide what I want, which is why I have to get so many things. Not because I'm just like hungry, like I don't usually eat all of it, but like I just can't decide. I'm very indecisive. And then he doesn't like a lot of the appetizers that I like, so then to convince him to get it, I have to usually get what he wants. Like I usually like to get like Brussels sprouts when they have like fried Brussels sprouts, or like mozzarella sticks or something, and he always wants like something like else, like meatballs, or
it's usually you that wants the meatballs. I prefer like wings.
Yeah, like he wants wings or something like that, or French fries. Sometimes some places have that.
I usually switch out French fries.
But the one thing we can always agree on is if we go to Cheesecake Factory, or if we go to Cheesecake Factory or like any Asian restaurant, we always have to get the pot stickers because those are so good. One time we went out to eat and I ordered a whole bottle of wine and he doesn't even like wine and I made him drink it with me. That was fun.
Yeah.
But I think the only other thing that's like really annoys me is like when I ask him to help me with something, if it's laundry, he will only do it like halfway. Like if I ask him to help me do the laundry, he will like put the clothes like in the basket and they're still wet. And he won't fold them. And I'm like, dude, now they're getting all wrinkly and I have to rewash them because they're still wet. Like what? And then he doesn't know how to fold clothes the right way.
99% of my attire is work clothes, so I don't pay attention or care how I do my laundry.
But when you have nice clothes, like nice shirts and stuff, you don't want them to get all wrinkled. And then if you don't fold them, or if you don't fold them the right way, then they're not going to fit in the drawers right and everything. It's so annoying. Also, if I ask him to like clean the bathroom, he'll clean like the toilet and then leave everything else dirty. And I think that's like something like a lot of men do. Like, he can be really helpful when it comes to the kitchen. He's really good at cleaning the kitchen.
Cleaning in general.
He is like the vacuumer. But if I ask him to do it, if he doesn't like take it upon himself to do it, which when he does that, he always does a good job. But if I ask him to do it, then he like half-asses it, so it's annoying.
Isn't that the whole premise of reverse psychology? When you tell someone to do something, they're not going to want to do it.
But I don't want to have to do that, like, because if I don't tell you that I want you to help me, like, you won't just know. Like, you have to, like, already come to it
That's
yourself.
an issue we must talk about, is that she always expects me to be able to read her mind.
Yes.
And then when I'm not able to, for obvious reasons, read her mind, it's an argument.
Well, not an argument, but I just get frustrated because I feel like he should know by now. We've been together for 2 years, almost.
About that.
So I feel like you should know a lot of stuff. Like, you should know how I'm gonna feel about everything, what I want from you.
Yeah, depends on the situation.
Okay, let's wrap it up with something positive again. Tell me something that you love. Oh, no, tell me what you're looking for in a spouse. Like, what is the number one thing that you want out of your spouse? Which, obviously, it's going to be me because we're engaged. So, like, what is the number one thing about me that, like, made you be like, she's the one?
Overall safety.
What do you mean, safety?
I don't know. I feel a sense of safety with you.
Aww. Now you have to ask me.
Oh, I have to ask you. Oh, sure. What's something that you look for in a man that you think is above all else?
Just the way that you always try to do what you know that, like, you know what's important to me and you always try to keep me happy. Like, for example, like, when we first started dating, like, he was in a different job and he wasn't making a good living and he wasn't able to really pay for himself, let alone, like, have kids one day with that job and everything. So I told him, you know, like, if you want to have a future with me, like, these are things that I want, and, like, I want you to be able to help provide those things. Like, I'm independent and I can do, like, I can provide the life that I want for myself, but at the end of the day, if I'm sharing my life with someone, I want them to be able to contribute. So now he's a truck driver and it's hard because we're long distance, but he's finally, like, making a career for himself and getting job experience and saving up money. And I think for me that was, like, the biggest thing, because I know that was, like, a really hard transition and really, like, a big step for you, but the fact that you did that is now I just know that I can, like, always count on you. So yeah, and it's not about the money, it's just about the fact that, like, he's willing to put in the work too. So all right. Oh yeah, side note, because I forgot to say this at the beginning, since everything crazy that has been going on in my life, I just needed to like get away and like take a break. So I'm riding in the truck with him, and this way I'll be able to be with him on Christmas Day, because he wasn't able to we decided to take off like a little bit after Christmas because we have some family commitments in January. So this way I get to be with him on Christmas Day before he's like officially off work. So I'm riding around like experiencing the trucker lifestyle. So we're sleeping like in the bed back here and riding around. Currently we're like right outside of Nashville, Tennessee. So it's really exciting. I'm getting to like see what he does every day and like appreciate like what his life is like, because I think sometimes like even though I know what it is, like it's hard to like really understand until you experience it. So and we're having a good time because usually, you know, we talk on the phone, but we don't get to like actually like have any type of like, you know, like physical intimacy, like hugging and anything like that, and just like be around each other. So yeah, that's what we're up to. So whatever, like my next video, I'll probably have more information about what we're doing in the truck, and he'll probably be in it too because we're like trapped in the truck together.
Make it sound like a bad thing.
It's fun, but like that is the reality. Like, you know, that's what we're in. We're just in the truck together all day. Alright, so I'll wrap up this video. If you like this video, or if you just like me, make sure to like and subscribe to my channel, Girl Problems with Emily, because I want to make some videos that are more serious and some videos that are just lighthearted and fun. And if you guys don't like and subscribe, then other people aren't going to get to see them. So, yeah. See you guys next week. Bye.